Indigenous People Day is usually celebrated on the 9th of August every year. To celebrate this year's Indigenous Day, the Resource Center for Human Rights and Civic Education held a one-day African Regional Conference in respect of this day. During the welcome remarks by the President of the Resource Center for Human Rights and Civic Education, Dr. Ibrahim Zakirullah, stated that the project of promoting the rights of the FCT original inhabitants was conceived due to the decade of long injustice and marginalization of the people of FCT.
It is pertinent to note that despite the over 4 decades of marginalization, exclusion and subjugation that FCT original inhabitants have endured since their ancestral lands were expropriated to make way for the Nigeria capital, few Nigerians and foreigners are aware of their plight and struggles. Due to the lack of knowledge and awareness regarding the injustices suffered by the original inhabitant, there is a paucity of initiatives to assist them in seeking redress. Consequently, the lack of awareness regarding the plight of the original inhabitants is also evident at the continental level, where Nigeria positions itself as a giant. Regionally, the issue of the injustices committed against the original inhabitants of the FCT has also received scant and superficial attention. This results in a lack of coordinated efforts to raise awareness about their plight. Therefore, there have been no broad continental activities connecting the problems facing the FCT original inhabitants to those of other indigenous peoples on the African continent.
The representative of the Director African Office MacArthur Foundation, Dayo Olaide, said democracy has not been working for everyone and Nigerians need to see that democracy is working for them.
The social injustices that we are seeing is a direct result of the social malaise that is ailing us as a people. Whether you look at conflict in the northeast, conflict in the northwest, conflict, until and unless we begin to make democracy work for Nigerian people, I think we are going to keep struggling. So we have an opportunity this morning to draw attention to the plight of a small population who have for decades suffered these injustices. But the broader issue is that Nigeria must live and show justice and deliver justice to everyone that calls himself as a Nigerian before we can actually talk about stability in this country.
The Esu of Kwali, His Royal Highness Dr. Sheba Audu Nzazo III, said the marginalization of the FCT original inhabitants is at a very high rate as they do not enjoy the privilege of indigene of the state.
We have been marginalized to a certain extent. Marginalized in the sense that there are certain rights that are due to us we have not been given. We mention particularly politically when others are electing their governors, we are not doing anything, and we are just there. And therefore, it looks as if we are not full Nigerians. If other Nigerians are electing their governors and their House of Representatives members, we are not doing anything. Therefore, if we continue in this direction, it therefore means that the FCT indigents are not Nigerians. And therefore, we are making an appeal to whichever authorities that may be, that we should be given the opportunity to also elect our governor, no matter who is called, whether the mayor or whatever it is, the opportunity to also participate in election.
Dr. Quinta Onyagun from University of Free State, South Africa, said they are here to help the FCT original inhabitant build more resilience to the social injustice when it comes to the issue of indigenous people.
With proper engagement with the indigenous community, giving them space and voices to talk about their issues and actually implementing projects or plan on how to compensate the ill that has been done to their society and actually championing their needs. So I think those are some few ways that we can try to foster resilience and actually build collaboration with them.
Abosede Adepoju, G24 TV International News.